And we're off. So,
Awesome.
Tom, um,
Yeah.
what do you think of the idea of time and traveling?
Time.
Yeah.
Well, I don't believe time travel exists because
I'm not talking.
time is a.
I'm not talking about time travel. I'm thinking of
Oh, okay.
speaking of time.
I don't know what to think of time because time is a human construct.
It is a construct. It's just an invention, basically.
Yeah.
Same as everything else. Science is also just theories that we use to understand things, which makes time just theory.
Yeah.
But time is the most relevant, if you want to think about it,
Yeah.
because it makes sense for the universe and how the sun works and how we actually live.
Yeah.
But if you
What do
don't,
you think of time?
ooh, where to start? Um, I mean, time is just very irrelevant sometimes, and sometimes it's quite relevant. But ever since I've lost my watch in Paris and was so rudely taken from my wrist, I I got a more freedom in a way. Like I'm not so focused on time. I'm going to buy a new watch because it's just like it's like emotionally very important for me also because I had a watch for 4 years since I was 19. Bought myself and stuff like that. It was my first thing I bought to get into adulthood. But time is not that important after all. Like it makes you believe that you're not gonna last, or it makes you believe that you don't have a life to live long and prosperous. And like some people just think like, oh, I'm 80 years old, I'm probably going to die soon. Some people are like, oh, 65, 70, I should retire or something like this. That's ridiculous. You don't do that. You just live your life for as long as you want to. And some people just think like, oh, you
Yeah.
have to live a certain way, you have to do things a certain way. Time is really irrelevant, and like there's a certain time for everything. No, live life to the fullest and get your idea done.
Well,
Percent
so I
bet.
do. I fixate so much on time a lot,
Yeah.
and like I don't know. Say I wake up now and it's like 2 a.m. not 2 p.m. and I've wasted a lot of the day sleeping, and I start I'm grumpy then for the rest of the day because I wasted it all.
Well,
Strange.
don't think of it as like you wasted time because time is just what you like. If you have spent time sleeping, that's great. I don't really sleep that. I don't really like to sleep that much. Like ideally, I would sleep 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
Because I really don't. I don't benefit from too much sleep. Like the only reason I'm sleeping like, quite a lot now is just because I don't have any plans in the morning. Just like I have to figure stuff out. So I was like, yeah, just relax and work on my knowledge. I
Yeah.
mean, the main thing that I would enjoy having in my time, like well, the main thing I would enjoy spending my time on is just like personal development right now. Like I just want to, if I actually have like things to do, like I have a job and everything, that time gets more relevant. And if you have to go to school sometimes, gets in a way like it gets really very important. But still, it's just a construct, and if you just go along with it, get used to it, and just basically do it automatically, you wake up at a certain time, put a biological clock. I mean, the very fact that we have a biological clock that wakes us up is just because some things happen. It's not because time, it's just because of light, and the sounds, the metabolism, the amount of sleep you need. Like, it's just reactions and chemistry. So, I mean, in the end, we
Yeah.
just react to things. Like, time is also something we react to.
Hmm.
Like, it's the same thing as like expecting to get a gift at your birthday, and that's like if you don't get it, you could react badly. But if you never would have known the concept of birthdays and gifts, you would just be like, oh, why are you here? Like, why are you giving
Yeah.
me gifts? Like, it's just like some people just need to learn how to think. It.
Yeah.
I mean, I used. I mean, have you ever had like the time in your like high school or childhood, like you're just like, oh, some people really don't get it. They just can't think the same way like I can. Because I used to try to explain things really simply. People actually enjoyed me talking to them like that because they could actually like, for example, like in high school, I was studying
Hmm.
sciences, like scientific things, for like 2 years, and I would really enjoy that part. And I was a guy that people came to just like, hey, I don't understand this very complex thing, and can you explain to me like simply? And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, it's like this, and you just take that, and then you actually just do this and this, and it's worked out for them because they actually like all these people that just were bad at studying. Like, yeah, I just told them like, yeah, just look at it simple, like in a simple way.
Yeah. Okay. I have a question for you.
Sure. More questions here.
The importance of keeping an open mind.
Why does the mind have to be open?
Exactly. Like
Just no, it just has to be clear. It just has to be focused on whatever you're doing at the moment, and has to be clear. I think an open mind is more like if his mind's open, then everything comes in, and it's not good. Like you have to need rules for yourself. You need character. You need personality, your own vision on things. But it all has to be like based on things that you believe in. Like you don't have to base them on anything else. If that means breaking some rules, then so be it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with breaking like a rule. Like, oh, I'm not gonna have tea now. I'm gonna work. That's not really a rule, but like just talking like other things. Yeah, but open mindsets are like a good thing in a way, but like I just don't think you should just taking everything for the fact of taking it in all in. Like there's so much information, and a lot of it is just faulty and wrong and evil. So why would you just get into everything?
yeah.
Clear mind is what is important. Clear and focused. I think.
Because like my friends in school, they were very close-minded. They weren't open to new ideas and such. Like when there was I think the immigrant situation still going on in my country, but when it was really bad, my friends they were saying stuff like keep them out, like get rid of all the immigrants. And I was there saying, no, they're still people, you got to be open-minded about it.
Yeah, just to understand the situation, like, they have limited knowledge about it. Like, you can't just say like, "Oh, immigrants are all the problems." Like, that's ridiculous. Like, even in
Yeah,
Scandinavia, like the thing is, in Scandinavia, there's also a lot of immigrants there, like nowadays. Um,
yeah. I like to put my feet in other people's feet.
yeah, but some people just can't do that. They don't have empathy. They can't relate. So they're just like too
Yeah.
short-sighted.
Yeah.
But there's also just stupid people, which is the majority of people.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, what people don't understand, like anyone can be anything they want to be. Like if you're born with some kind of brain dysfunction, you can still become really good at something. And like the thing is, everyone is born the same, literally. Like
Yeah.
yeah, some people have talent for certain things because they have just like a different way of seeing things or like different genetics. But in the end, we all can be geniuses. Like it's simply put like that. Like just depends on what you want to do and how you think about things.
Yeah.
Sorry, tea is coughing me up. No, but I mean, for example, like how did you learn like for like the first few years of your life? How did you learn things? Like, do you remember like the first few years of your life, like first 5 years?
Nope.
What I do. The thing is, like, what I do I have an advantage over some other people. Like, I have a very logical memory, which is sometimes not as nice. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember anything without logic. So if there's no logic for me, I don't remember it at all. Like, it's maybe somewhere in my brain circulating. Like, it just gets out of there quite quickly.
Yeah.
Like the central part of your like the active part that sorts out your filters out the memories basically. Like it's not the hippocampus, but like it's just like a little rapid thing that's like sorting everything out. The filter of your brain basically, crucial part of your brain. Well, for me, it's just working with a lot of logic. Like I actually tested it back in high school because it tested everyone. But, it's just like the thing. And I'm actually happy to know. Because like all these people like back in the day, like especially like 20, 40, 50, 100 years ago, everyone was like, oh, intelligence is very simple. You do a test and then you get like a score, and that's ridiculous because it depends on the time, it depends on the moment, it depends on everything, and it's not scientific at all. But like a memory test, that's scientific
Yeah.
because that's like something that stays relevant. If you're testing one time, it will stay the same as another time because it's actually not exactly, but like it's pretty much higher. Like it was a very in-depth test and it was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of popcorn?
Popcorn.
Yeah. I mean,
I bought some earlier. I haven't had it in ages. Toffee popcorn I bought.
interesting.
It's my favorite type.
Toffee. I don't really know what toffee is. Is that caramel or?
It's like caramel, yeah. I'm not like a big fan of caramel or toffee, but like toffee popcorn is awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, what I really like is like what I used to really like. I mean, I used to eat pancakes with ketchup and sausage,
Really?
which is basically like a hot dog.
Oh, I
Same
thought you
thing.
meant like you're
It's
just
just
gonna have like ketchup on a pancake, you know?
you basically just need like the requirements for making pancakes, which is like simple. Like just have a bag of
Yeah.
flour, milk, eggs, and some other stuff, chemicals. I mean, it's basic, and then you just simply make it, and it's way easier than having bread in the house, which you will have to use it immediately. So yeah, but I used to eat a lot, like especially as a child. I was always hungry. I'm still always hungry, but like I went to bed and I
Yeah.
was like, I took a few carrots with me, 2 apples, 5 bananas, and like a basket of oranges, like all that kind of stuff. And like in the morning, I was in my bed, it was like empty, but like it was like during the night, I was just eating. No,
Yeah.
I'm extremely bad at gaining weight. It's horrible because I always have to eat.
The same with me is because I eat tons, but I don't gain much weight. It's probably because I grew so tall really quickly. I don't know.
Yeah, me too. Like I was fully grown at 15. I was like, oh, okay, nice. I didn't know that at the time. Like I was like, oh, 1 meter 88 at 15. Yep, okay. Like literally, I
Yeah.
have a jacket which I bought at 15. The only difference is like I have more muscles now. Like I mean, my structure is a bit different. Like the
Yeah.
bone structure is still the same. Like structurally, like just like the same amount of bones, same height, dimensions. I mean, my jacket is ripped now because I bought it from 15 to like 20, but I can still fit it in. Like it's still my favorite jacket. It's my first jacket I ever bought. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a blazer kind of thing. No, but yeah, I was fully grown at 15. It was pretty crazy. Like that's just something
Yeah.
of your metabolism, right? Actually, what do you know about metabolism? Like just it's something that really interests me. Like it's a really crucial thing for any animal, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I have this. I have this friend. He gained a lot of weight because he doesn't exercise and just eats really bad food.
Mhm.
And he blamed it on his metabolism. I was like, no. He said to me, "You're lucky you got a low metabolism." I was like,
No.
"Okay, here we go. Let me explain this.
Oh, wait, that was a high metabolism.
I've grown to 6'3". I do lots of exercise and I eat healthily. That's all there is, really.
Mhm. No, but if you
It's
think
like,
thing is,
I don't
higher
know.
metabolism is the more use. So, like he said, it was at a high metabolism. That's it's ridiculous. Mm. No, what I really like is like things like metabolism. Like a metabolism of a creature is everything. Like it can. I mean, even if you have like extremely high functioning metabolism, you can adapt. Like eventually, your body will just like go in survival mode, and you will survive on whatever you have. Yes,
Yeah.
you will use it if you have to, but like the things like people don't understand. Like high metabolism is not bad at all. It's just evolution taking over. Like it's just if you have a metabolism of like say like a number of 1 compared to someone
Hmm.
with a number of 10, the number 10 will always win in a fight. Always.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Because the thing is like a number 1, like someone is like you're gaining a lot of weight, you will survive in a way, but the number 10 will just adapt to his environment. It will just seek other ways to make good use of what he has. Like he has to use more to function because he just
Yeah.
burns more energy. If he functions like it's like the 10 because it's like 10 times as much he uses, but the number 1 will just run at like speed 1 instead of 10, which makes him slow. He might survive longer, but eventually he might not live longer. So it's like
Yeah.
that's the balance you have. I don't really fully understand it. Like people that like gain a lot of weight quickly, they don't necessarily I mean, it's weird. Like, they'll need it at all. Like, they'll need the food.
Hmm.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about Egyptians again.
Egyptians. Okay, cool.
No,
Let's do it.
like, I mean, like, let's just talk about it for a little bit and maybe come back to it because it's very like unexplored in a way. No, the fact that like all these theories and like all these facts and proof that's like actually showing up, like has shown up for a long time. About civilizations just like reaching a certain point and then stopping abruptly. That's to point out some things, right? There's also a lot of things we just don't know about Galante. We're all
Yeah.
collecting all this data, we don't even know what's in the oceans. Like, like, like 90% of oceans is undiscovered, basically.
Yeah. I really want to know more about like the oceans and then discover things there.
So think about different planets, but we're not even using the oceans to its full potential. We could just like build societies in the ocean. Why not do that? Like, we have the perfect
Yeah.
capacity to do. Like, we have the technology, we have the requirements, we have the materials, but we're just not doing it. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes, it's more expensive than building a house on land, but then again, it isn't because the price of building on land is just ridiculous. If people just say like, "Oh, I don't care about what the government thinks," I will just like spend €500,000 on building a house on the water. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's a perfect solution. You have like a sort of cylinder going up, so you can have like the necessary air if you really like want to go out, and like you have like something out there. Like we could just live in the oceans. I would much rather have like a boat or like something like it, just floating on the ocean, or there's something permanently embedded into the core of the ocean, than having a house like everyone else on land. It's not what I want.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, I really want to find. Well, I really want scientists to find another planet with life on. To be honest, like
But that's not really like something that will happen
within
very
our
very
lifetime.
soon. Like yeah, we can do it if the real problem is we don't work like a unit, so we work like individuals. Like there's some cultures and some races that are a lot better.
Yeah.
Like general Asia, like the general mindset in Asia is a lot better in that regard. Like they just work more like a hive mind, so they work together. Um, Makes a lot more unity in that way, but also a
Yeah.
lot more stricter rules. And basically in China, like the government and the country just owns everything. So I mean, it takes out a few very important things, but it controls the people, and that's also not very possibility. But like the thing is I don't like control at all. But like the thing is, if you want to work together, you either need everyone to have the same mindset, or you have just like one large entity, which is the government, which controls everything. And I mean, China is basically doing a lot of progress, but it's the real problem is like if we just all like abandon, if we just abandon money, that would be great.
Yeah.
Like it's just also like an invention to instead of trading, just like doesn't make sense. Like if you would like take every single like it's almost 8 billion people and use everyone that is capable of working or thinking, like just work all to one goal, which is development of technology, future. I mean, if you just combine all the resources and all the people, we can make like anything happen in like a month.
Yeah.
Really, like we're all about profit nowadays, like always. But
Yeah.
I think times were a lot simpler back in the day of the like Egyptians and Vikings. Vikings always great with money too, but I mean like ancient times, like a long, long time ago, like when they didn't really have money, just like the resources was much.
Yeah.
Yeah, trading was actually better because
I mean,
that makes more sense for me.
yeah.
A lot more
I
sense.
just really want something significant to happen within my lifetime. Like aliens or whatever.
No, then just do it. Do it yourself. I mean, nothing's going to happen unless you do it. So work towards something.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just build a? Like, that's what I really don't understand. it's all this extremely wealthy people and people with like capacity to build technology. Maybe not that many, but like there's definitely some people out there. But no one actually tries to make like a spaceship and just fly out. That's what I really don't understand.
Oh, there was one guy who did it. This bonkers guy in America. He wanted to prove the world was flat by going up into a spaceship he made himself, and like it didn't go very far up, and it like sort of crashed.
Yeah, no, it's very difficult to make it actually work. But like if you have the
Yeah,
knowledge, you have the resources. I mean, it takes a lot of testing, a lot of validating. But I mean, you don't want to just launch yourself into orbit with no
yeah,
real backup plan. It's far more interesting to do something like that instead of like just living your entire life without any real progress.
yeah. What do you think about global warming?
It's pretty inevitable at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, we can sense it in every main industrialized country.
yeah, big time.
But the problem is that that's also like one of the effects of us not working together. Just think about profit.
Yeah,
We don't need all this industry. We can just like we have passive technology nowadays. We can just build a house that's fully self sufficient. We would have no
yeah,
problem whatsoever. Like every single building is self sufficient, and we don't need any producing of power, water, whatever. Like it's all just individual, and then like you can connect to the community or something. But like it's ridiculous. We have all this technology we don't even using it. People are just like, oh, but it's cheaper to build a house that's like 100,000 euros less, and oh, but it doesn't make sense because it's cheaper. No, it's not cheaper. Like in 5 years, it's paid off, and then
yeah.
like passive buildings make so much sense.
I just like wish. Well, I know the governments and such are working on renewable energy more, but it just needs to happen faster, in my opinion. They need to put more towards it.
The thing is, like people just don't accept it because people are just like used to the habits and used to like mostly people are a little bit older than us, the people that actually can buy this kind of stuff. So, um,
Yeah,
I mean, if everyone was like with the same mindsets, I'm not saying like everyone should be like 25 or something, but like everyone has like same mindset about things and just things like, oh, so there's this technology that's a lot better and it might take a little bit longer to pay off, but it's better for everything.
yeah,
Um, but like most people are just like, oh, but I have to be safe and this kind of stuff, and I have to. It doesn't make sense. Like if you just buy technology, you just buy it or you just build it yourself. Like it's maybe this is my mindset, but like I won't like if I buy a house or something or some nice place to live in, like a lone raft in the ocean,
yeah,
um, then I would not just cheap out. I will make it last for the rest of my life. Like same thing with my new watch. I'm thinking like, really thinking about which watch to get because it's something I will keep for the rest of my life. Like I don't really like to buy stuff that I don't use forever.
yeah.
But yeah, like phones don't make sense for me at all. Smartphones, ridiculous. What do you think about global warming? What do you think about the planet
I
heating
mean,
up?
like individually, there's not much we can do about it because of the population, really. If one family were to, I don't know, go all renewable energy, and it would make like zero difference because of how many people there are in the world currently. And
That's ridiculous. Sorry to say,
yeah,
but it's not about one person doing it. It's about the mindset. If everyone thinks the same about it, it would go like one direction and it will be 100% this way. If you
yeah,
say, "Oh, because I do it, it's not going to make a difference," that's ridiculous. If everyone like, that's the main problem. People think it's the
that's
same because they all like get influenced by each other. That's what you have to
no.
understand. Like,
I used to think that, but like I said earlier about being open minded, there's just not enough people who are open minded. They just like they don't care about anything going on in the world other than themselves, you know.
hmm.
And
Well, some people just don't care. Like they're just like, "Oh, I have my flat, I have my PC, I have my kitchen, and my cat, and that's like my world, and it's perfect." Well, that's fine, but like some then other people have to do this for them. But
yeah,
I mean, it's really easy about like just take the large companies like the ones that control the apartments and the big wealthy men that have like 20,000 apartment blocks. and yeah, let them fix this. Like in 1 or 2 years, like it will all be fixed.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know a lot of people in our generation, they're blaming it on the older generation, but I'm like, we're taking after them. We're still using fossil fuels. So we're not like do anything differently to what they're doing. It's not their fault. We're carrying on with it too. Like you're buying your car now, that's gonna give out fossil fuels and such. Like, don't blame it on the older generation if you're doing it yourself. You know?
Yeah, but I don't have a car.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about you.
I
I'm
know,
talking
but
about
I am just like
yeah.
reflecting.
That's why I don't really want to get a car. Like I can walk everywhere.
Hmm.
I'm I don't really like using public transport because I got anxiety and such. But I'd rather take public transport than
Do you like trains?
have a car. I like being on them. Yeah, just listen to some music and
Yeah, I mean public transport is pretty horrible in most countries, but like in Austria, it's okay. Like countries like
yeah,
Austria and probably Germany and I think at times Scandinavia is amazing. But like people are just like calmer and the public transport actually works.
yeah,
Very punctual, very efficient, very nice. Um, let's round it up because it's almost like half an hour now. I'll just like stop this podcasting.
yeah.
Because I don't want to make the videos too long. No, but the thing is like, yeah,
Have you seen like the public transport in like Japan? Like how cramped it
I've
is.
seen videos. I have family that's been there. It's
Yeah.
really efficient.
Oh yeah.
It's not Japan isn't that cramped. It's like India and China that's more like the populous part of the world. Japan is losing a lot of like the birth rate is out of control, going down. Like it's crazy. People will stop existing in those lands. I mean, it's Japan is very like it's a very non-popularized part of Asia.
Yeah.
Mm. But yeah, I guess it's still compared to Europe, it's like bombarded with people still.
Hmm.
Just because it's a better place to live. No, actually no, but like I mean, just like throughout history, right, like thousands of years, it's been a better place to live. Like seed-wise, climates, nurture, health, everything. It's always been better there.
Yeah. There's a big problem in the UK right now. We have this health service called the NHS, which is free for everyone. It takes out taxes and such. But like, there's tons of obese people in the UK, and they're sort of hogging the resources, and it's causing like a big financial problem for the NHS. And oh god, it's just kind of annoying because like people are paying taxes towards people who are like really fat and like they're getting all this treatment and stuff that's costing a lot of money.
Let's finish it up for a second, like with something nice, because I always want to like
Oh yeah, finish up with something
slow
nice and
things
cool.
out.
Yeah. Cats.
What are you going to do tomorrow? Like
Cats.
it's gonna be a Sunday. What are you gonna do tomorrow?
I'm going to watch a comedian in my
Nice.
local city.
That is amazing, man. That's very nice to hear.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to continue watching all the interesting movies I can find on the internet and just like keep myself busy with that because I've really gone into like stories and storytelling. I'm probably gonna write some more on my blog because I haven't done it in ages. And yeah,
Oh,
simply
nice.
put, I will just collect knowledge. No,
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that about it quite a bit. Just like,
Hmm.
yeah, just me and my workstation. It's good. Anyways, man, I'm gonna stop right here and then yeah, let's talk for a bit after. 1 second.
Okay.
3, 2, 4.